Hello, Will. E3 is here.
It is here.
It is here, and we are here to have a chat about the first official conference of E3 for 2019, the Xbox conference.
Yes, the Microsoft conference has dropped. It had 60 games in it, apparently. That was the statistic that old mate Phil gave us.
That's what they said.
But Outer Worlds was our first little game that we had a look at. Yes, this game is very exciting. It's from the original guys of the Fallouts.
That's the one, Obsidian.
Yes, it's basically Fallout, Dishonored, Borderlands, right? Like, it's just all of those in one.
That's what it seems like, which is a fantastic amalgamation of games.
I do think it's a style, as we go through these games, we'll see a lot of. Like, I feel like a lot of these games could be the same game.
Yeah, pretty much. I will say up top, there's not a lot visually that's blowing me away this year so far. Everything still looks like current gen, and I don't know how to push past it anyway, because we're at a pretty good place visually. There's a couple of games that have stood out, which one of those I believe is in this list, and I'll mention later. I feel like the next gen is basically more so processing speed rather than amazing visuals and stuff. I don't know if anyone's going to be pushing games further than what we already have, but we'll see. So Outer Worlds,
and it's another game coming out this year. A lot of games are coming out this year on this list, which is very exciting.
It is.
It's, we were like, what games are coming out this year? These ones. So I'm glad to know that there are actual games this year. A game that is also this year, though it'll be in Tech Alpha in June 27th, is Bleeding Edge, which looks cool. As I've written on my notes, games are great. It's basically Overwatch. It looks very much like Overwatch. 4v4 Overwatch.
Yeah, I had the chat open on this. Oh man, it was toxic in there. I hated it, and I closed it. It was disgusting. People were like, oh, like, can't even show us gameplay. This is just a trailer. It's like, this is E3. This is what it is.
It's literally every single one of these is a cinematic trailer, which I hate, but, it's just what's going to happen.
Yeah, they're just announcing games. Games get announced with trailers, not gameplay. But yeah, this looks cool. It looks cool for other people that are into those sorts of games. I am not an online competitive gamer all that much. But yeah, this looked like your type of thing.
I'm keen.
Very Overwatchy.
I mean, it did just make me go, I want to go play Overwatch. Which is a bad thing when you're announcing a new game. But a game that I'm just glad to hear, there's not much else to say about it, glad to hear is still happening, is Ori and the Will of the Wisps, which will be dropping on Feb 11th next year. I'm just happy it's here.
It's just such a pretty game and a pretty series. Like I said last year, I still want to play the original, and I definitely want to play this, but freaking damn lack of time. But it's such a beautiful thing. All of those little indies that are in the same vein as this, it's so good. I just want to play them all.
And something that's on a lot of the trailers was that it will be on Game Pass at launch, which I'm so excited that Xbox is really utilizing Game Pass. It's very exciting, and it's just because it's on a lot of the indie games. It feels like Game Pass is just the best way to get your indie dose and to get indies out there. So I'm glad that this is one of them.
Yeah, and I feel like this is the future of gaming as well, because it's basically game streaming almost.
Basically, yeah.
You just pay a subscription service and you can grab whatever game you want at the time when it's released. That's the future. That's the world that we live in now.
But a world that we're apparently living in is one where they can say, from the makers of Minecraft, kind of more Minecraft, but I'm excited by it. It's a dungeon crawler Minecraft Dungeons, and it'll be out next year. This was interesting.
I'm super intrigued. It looks like Diablo, but a Minecraft world.
Yeah.
Little multiplayer. I think they said like four player parties.
Yeah.
This is great. I would love to like get teams together with the Edo Discord guys and play a bit of this. I reckon heaps of people would be into that. So hell yeah, let's do this one.
I like it. I also like it because it's it's gonna bring kids into a new genre of gaming. Because so many kids that play Minecraft are gonna be like, oh, it's Minecraft, and they'll learn about dungeon crawler kind of isometric sort of games, which I'm just excited to. As a person that has to put up with a lot of very samey games and hear about Minecraft, it's exciting that kids are going to know a whole new game genre.
Yep, absolutely. And I'm surprised it's actually taken this long for them to do like a side Minecraft thing, other than like your Telltale games and
story
stuff,
mode
like
stuff, yeah.
to actually use proper assets and stuff from Minecraft to make other games. Like I feel like this is a long time coming, but like finally they're branching out, which is awesome.
Phil Spencer then came out, sexy motherfucker. I feel like he's always got the right words, and I'm sure someone's written them for him, that always make me go, man, maybe Xbox is the superior console.
Yeah, he's just such a lovely dude. And like we saw at is it the EB Expo like quite a few years ago in Sydney.
Yeah.
And he was just like, console wars shouldn't exist, like just love each other because games are amazing and we should just play games because games are great.
Yeah.
Like he just seems like such a genuine, lovely man that is passionate about games.
Then we moved on to Fallen Order, which, because we're not doing an EA thing, we'll have a brief little discussion about what we know about that game now. But
yes,
the trailer they showed was kind of a cut-down version of the demo they showed at the EA Play, and it looks fine.
Oh, you're not a huge fan?
It's just the more I see of this game, the less I like.
Okay.
It just looks... The more I see, the more plain it looks. The more, like, it just looked... And, I mean, the thing they did say a lot at the EA Play was that the person playing it was a skilled player. So, apparently the combat is actually really difficult. But, I don't know. It just... I'm so on this game. I'm sure I'll love it, but just from the outset, I'm not too keen.
Interesting. I thought it looked pretty good. It's sort of... like the... I don't know. The mechanics and stuff look pretty good. I thought the person, whoever was playing it, it was a little bit slow sometimes.
Yeah, and just kept getting hit.
Yeah, and like there was parts where he was fighting like multiple enemies and he was just sort of standing there like walking side to side, dodging stuff instead of just attacking them. Maybe it's just to show, like, I think at one point he's slowed down time so you could see the bullet going and stuff. So just showing a bit of the mechanics and allowing the player to take in a bit more of the world and stuff. Saul Guerrero is in it.
Yeah,
and it sounded like the real voice.
Yeah,
sick. Forrest Whitaker.
I feel like they've just got Forrest in a booth somewhere in Disney. They just never let him out post Rogue One. Because he just keeps popping up and everything. So, fine.
Sounds about right. And cute little robot guy.
Be good if that was like part of the special edition thing.
Ah, that'd be so cute. You get like a little figure.
Yeah. That'd be good. They won't, though. But, yeah, I mean, I'm sure it'll be good fun. It's just, I don't know, I kind of wanted something where it's a bit more customizable, because as much as old mate Cameron Mahonahan looks cool, he also looks like a bit of a douchebag, so I don't really want to play as him. Thankfully, it's like third person. I won't have to look at his face too much.
Is there a release date for this?
There is. I haven't got it here. It's in November. I think it's November 14th.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
I don't know what else was next, but I had Blair Witch and
Yeah, that was next. I haven't got much to say, apart from the fact this is surprising it's taken this long for a Blair Witch game.
Yeah, this is not relevant anymore.
No.
Very weird. I mean, I'm sort of intrigued by the mechanics, though, because there seemed to be a big focus on the camera, and then he died, and then the camera, like the shot starts again. So is it like
you can live through that?
Yeah, is it like a time loopy sort of thing?
Like one of 8 games at a time loop games in this. It's the year of the time
Apparently, what the hell? Yeah. Anyway, straight after this, CD Projekt Red appears on the screen, and man, was there a cheer and then an immediate fade out as they went to the.
I've just got a single note that is that CD Projekt Red cheer.
Oh man, it was intense, and then it just fades out immediately for the trailer.
Yeah.
Looks cool.
Not actual in-engine, but whatever. And then, of course, it dimmed out, and then old mate walks out.
Freaking...
After we get a little... What was it say?
Freaking Keanu Reeves, man. What the hell? All right.
And he seems to be one of the only actors I've ever seen at E3 that is excited to be at E3.
He's so happy. It was like the best choice. What a guy. Yeah. He's just popping up everywhere now.
He loves life.
And then I love when it was what was that GIF I sent to you? Breathtaking. He was like, "Oh,
you're breathtaking."
He said something about breathtaking, and someone yelled out at him and said, "You're breathtaking." And then he yelled back, and he's like, "No, you're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking."
Is really going to be breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're breathtaking. You're all breathtaking.
Good control of the stage there. It was great.
And, I love that he's like, all right, you want me to finish this? I mean, you just want to hear the release date, right? So, yeah!
It's so funny. He's so, like, animated.
Yeah, I could see the auto cue. He was not reading it. I could see the words on him, like, that's not what he's saying.
Yeah. And April next year.
Yeah.
Sooner than expected.
April 16th. Wild.
That's crazy. I was expecting, like, 2021.
Yeah. Or 2077, really.
Yeah, pretty much. But yeah, less than a year away. Not bad.
Pretty cool. The next one is a game, and I'll just say, as soon as I saw it, all I could think was Josh is going to cry. It's like all this lovely stuff, and then it goes, learn how to say goodbye.
Yep.
Yep, Spiritfarer.
Yep.
It's like a bit of every single indie game ever made in the best possible way.
Yep. As soon as I saw learn how to say goodbye, I was like, oh, it's going to make me cry a lot. Oh, buddy, yeah. But yeah, it's a cute little indie game.
Yeah. I'm just happy that Microsoft has bought all these indie studios. There's just so many great little indie games in this.
Yeah, it's great that they're getting the funding that they deserve, and the ability to make the stuff that they really want to make without having to worry about the money, and they've got all the support and stuff from Microsoft.
Something that got too much money, though, I feel like, is Battletoads.
I don't understand.
It also doesn't look that great.
It doesn't.
Like, it looks old.
Those freaking, like, the what is it? Like the third person view from behind?
Yeah, yeah.
And they're like 2D, and it looks like it's an indie game, but I feel like it's not.
Yeah.
It's really weird.
It's very strange.
And I don't feel like anyone is looking back on Battletoads with good memories, because that game was freaking hard.
Yeah.
And the people that played it are probably like 40 now. Mm-hmm. Like, no one wants this. Why is this out? I don't understand.
I don't get it. It doesn't look good. Something that looks amazing, though, is Legend of Right, which is a bunch of... I just like any real-world art styles in games, but pencil drawings?
Oh, man. It's
Take a dick, Cuphead.
It's so cute and pretty. It's like a little kid creating an adventure in his room with, like, toys and cardboard and paper and... Oh, man, it's so nice.
Incredible.
The art and creativity is just gorgeous. I'm very, very excited to see what this is and where it goes.
Yeah. Oh, it's like 2020 as well. We got a big indie montage from id or ID, because they said ID, and I was like, I always thought it was id. But all of them are going straight to Game Pass, which is the most important thing. Like I was saying before, the Game Pass feels like an indie engine, and I'm very happy about that.
Were there any that stood out to you in this?
All of them were pretty cool, varied stuff. One that I think we've wanted to play for a bit is After Party, which is the one from... I had the name of the other game.
Oxenfree.
Yeah, it's the same devs that did that. And also Tabs, which is totally accurate battle simulator. Most of them are old ones that have been out for a while, but I've wanted to play that a bit. And River Bond, which was that cool multi-indie crossover one, like Shovel Knight and stuff.
Yeah, that's right. Some of the ones that stood out to me, there was one called Secret Neighbor, which sounds like the Hello Neighbor sequel.
Oh, yeah.
So that popped up, and it looked like a similar art style, and I think the neighbor guy sort of appeared out of nowhere for a second. I was watching all of this at 2 times speed, so everything was going by very quickly. And Dead Static Drive, which I've been following some of the devs on Twitter for like years and years now, and they've been releasing little video clips of like test animations and little like physics tests and stuff, just video clips of them, and it looks so nice. It looks really cool. It's sort of like a bit of an orthographic view, mostly like cars in the desert and stuff, and there's sort of like very cool art style to it, and from what I could tell, sort of like physics, real-time physics and stuff like that, with kind of dragging people behind your car and stuff like that. So it looks pretty rad. So I'm super keen for that little indie. And then speaking of Game Pass, as all these are going to it, we have the Game Pass for PC announcement.
Yeah, which is huge.
Yeah, so that's super exciting for a lot of people who don't have consoles but want to play console games. So you can get the Game Pass pretty soon, and there's also like an Ultimate Game Pass, which gives you Xbox Live, Game Pass for console, and Game Pass for PC, all in one for like $15.
Yeah, it's a fraction of the price. It's amazing.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. So
yeah,
hell yeah, good on Xbox. They're really pushing it this year. And one thing Phil said was like, one thing that we got from you guys in the past is that we should focus on games.
Yep.
It's like, good, very
shit.
good, very, very good, Phil. You're a good
Yep.
man.
That's your company.
Yeah. So, I think the next generation at least is going to be, I think, pretty big from both sides.
Yeah.
But Xbox definitely look like they're taking some leaps ahead
absolutely.
from where they are now, which is going to be awesome.
Yeah, it's very interesting. Something that I've wanted for like 2 decades, so my whole life, is a really good flight simulator, and there is one now, and it looks amazing.
This was crazy. This is the one that I mentioned before where the visuals blew me away.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell if it was like drone footage,
Yeah.
like in a real world or what,
Yeah.
but holy crap, this
The
looks...
like opening snow-peaked mountains. I was like, didn't you just say you were rendering this in 4K? Like, you
Yeah.
can't... That's just video.
It's crazy. It looks so good.
And it's on Game Pass at launch.
Of course it freaking is. Man, this game looks stunning. That blew me away visually.
It kind of makes me hope that Xbox does some VR stuff. Like,
Yeah.
that in VR. Oh, hook me in.
because it was called Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Yeah.
So it's straight up them as well. It's not
Yep.
some other dev. It is Microsoft making
it's
this thing.
in-house. Yeah.
Very cool.
So, very excited for that. We can probably quickly skip over a few here. Age of Empires 2, it's one of those remasters that doesn't feel like it makes any sense to remaster.
No, because they did a HD remaster like a few years ago.
Yeah.
Like it came out in
So-
2015 or something, the HD remaster. So now it's in 4K, but whatever. It doesn't look
Yep.
overhauled at all. It looks the same.
Wasteland 3, Welcome to Colorado. It's just another post-apocalyptic thing that so many of these games are.
Yeah, I like
don't
the
know.
trailer. The trailer was kind of funny.
Yeah.
The voiceover was kind of funny, but it's not a game I'm at all interested in.
No.
Yeah.
I'm just on my wit's end with the tone of those sorts of games.
Yep.
I'm so over it now. It's like second to Zombies, which this conference also has a lot of zombies. Double Fine has joined with Xbox, which is exciting. It's weird. Like, with Disney, it's like, oh, you bought another one, how dare you? Whereas with Microsoft, it's like, oh, you're collecting them all. That's very nice. You're giving them money.
Yeah,
Like,
and Tim
it's quite
Schafer was
funny.
pretty funny as well.
Yeah, I
Where
love
he's
that
like,
man.
we'll do anything for you. We'll do your game stuff. We'll do your Excel stuff.
Yeah, and then they're like, you don't have to, and he's like, oh, thank God.
Yeah. He was great. What a guy.
I love him. Psychonauts 2, which is cool, and I actually quite like this because it's not a remaster or a remake, but it feels like an original PS1 title, which is exciting.
Yeah.
Like, that it's a fresh one, and it's not like... obviously, it's a sequel, but it's not just remaking something we've played.
Yes.
And yeah, this is exciting too. Lego Star Wars: The Skywalker Saga.
Skywalker Saga.
I'm just too excited to say the words, you know?
This looks great. You sent me a whole bunch of screenshots from it before, and my goodness, it looks like real Lego figures in
Yep.
an actual like real world environment.
It's so exciting. You can dive into any of the films at any time as well. You don't have to work through it. It's like you can start wherever you want to start, which is cool. You can be light or dark side in the chapters.
Ooh.
So there's paths for both, which are very exciting because that's never been
cool.
a thing.
Yeah.
Every level is completely new. Even though Force Awakens was only like 3 or 4 years ago, entirely new, entirely built from the ground up, as with every other one. They've said that it is the most important game TT Games have ever created. So I'm like, oh,
Wow.
okay.
That's a big freaking call.
Yeah.
Man, that's amazing.
So, very exciting.
when you initially told me about this as well a couple of months ago, you mentioned as well they were going to have the animated films and solo and stuff. Do you reckon they are just going to come later as downloadable
Possibly
DLCs
DLC,
and stuff?
Yeah. If not that, the original Star Wars games always kind of had like a level that you work towards. So, and it was kind of a room of levels, additional levels. So it could possibly be a room where there's like a level from each spin-off thing. So
Okay.
maybe something like that. Or yeah, just DLC.
Yeah, cool.
But very exciting. Oh man,
Nice.
I'm so ready.
Good stuff. The next one I have on my list is 12 Minutes,
Yep,
which is it's one of the time loop ones, but this one
it is. Oh.
probably got me the most interested out of all of them.
Yeah.
The camera angle, just straight top down, just looked super unique. It's a different sort of top down that we're used to. But yeah, there's a lot of suspense in it. It looks really cool. I am super, super intrigued.
I like how tight it is when he loops back around, that she actually sees him on the ground still. Like, just that alone made me go, oh, I like that.
Yeah. It's not just like a click over and you start from scratch again. It starts from wherever you left off just before.
That's very exciting.
So cool.
Another game that'll probably make Josh cry is Way to the Woods. It's Bambi and his mum, basically.
Yeah,
Prequel story.
probably, man.
Mum's dying.
This looks super cute, but also pretty, like, strange. Very indie strange.
Yeah.
And I love right at the end of this, because it said, coming 2020, for real this time.
Yeah.
It's like, what does that mean? It's great.
It's many delays.
Must have been. But yeah, this looks gorgeous. What a cool idea, and just a little bit magical.
Yeah, it's a little bit magical. But all the magic's ripped out of Gears 5. It's the only one in any of the game. I'm excited for this one. It just looks interesting.
It looks real cool.
None of them have looked interesting before.
And why not throw in some Billie Eilish? Because everyone else is.
Yeah.
She's freaking everywhere, man. She's in the credits of Brightburn, and my goodness.
I love her, but she's everywhere.
She is, yeah. This new album has just exploded. But yeah, this does look really cool. They also announced the Terminator pack.
Oh, yeah.
Interesting. Bit of licensing there. That's pretty cool.
I was like looking at it because they kind of have two side panels on the stage that they put stuff on, and there was like electricity and like the Terminator landing in the future pose, and I was like, oh, that's weird that they would put a Gears character like that. And then it opened on what is the opening of Terminator 2, and I was like, oh, it's just Terminator.
Yep.
How does that work?
As soon as I saw that, I was like, it's going to get Will.
Yeah.
You and I are just thinking of each other throughout this whole thing.
It's very true. You're like, oh, Will's going to be excited. And I'm like, Josh is going to cry.
100%. That's exactly what this is. But that is coming September 10.
Yes, which was also another shock.
Yeah, not too far away at all.
Very exciting.
One of the weird things, though, in this whole section was the weird, like, camera angle through the floor
that was wild.
After the ground was like breaking up and there was like fire and stuff. How did they do that? That was amazing. I don't know.
It was so strange.
Potentially pre-recorded maybe, because there was a bit of a cut visually.
There was a hard cut like when it was like completely directly down.
Yeah. But man, this looked cool.
It was so strange.
And that was just in the middle of the Gears 5 thing. It wasn't even anything new or different. It was just like, here's some crap that we're going to do for some reason, and they did it. It's like, okay.
I mean, it's better than lowering a car out of your roof. At least I've moved on from that.
Yes. Speaking of cars.
Yeah, that's a thing. More Lego.
Yeah, freaking
Lego.
What? Yeah, Forza 4, Everything is Awesome starts playing in the middle of a trailer. My goodness, I am on board.
I'm so excited, and it's out next week, so expect that video.
That is crazy. I've got to track down. I bought the Forza 4 code off a mate from work.
Yeah.
Because he didn't want it, but I never redeemed it. So now I've got to go back through my chat with him and find where he gave me that code.
Oh dear.
But man, yeah, I am so keen for that. It looks sick.
Very exciting. A quick little thing, they revealed a new Xbox Elite controller, and the one thing that excited me was a rechargeable battery and dock. Please, Xbox One 2, have one of those standard, because screw your stupid little AAA battery packs. You're stupid. I know you can buy third-party ones from like Energizer and stuff, but just build them like that.
Yeah, totally. Back to Gears for a second. Gears Pop, we got a bit more out of that. And I was excited about Gears Pop until Clash Royale.
Yeah,
it's just another Clash Royale game.
You can't even see the pops. Like,
no.
What makes it pop? I know that the pops are on the tanks, but that's not enough.
Yeah, like, I was excited for this. I was expecting, like, a Gears of War game on mobile, like a Lego sort of view, where it's, and like the quirkiness and jokes and stuff.
Yeah.
But instead of Lego, it's Pops. But it's just Clash Royale. I don't care.
It's very strange.
It's so disappointing. So it's already out on Android, right?
I mean, I've got it, but that didn't seem
is.
to say it was. It was like releasing soon.
Yeah, it seemed like it was coming soon. Yeah,
like,
weird.
Maybe I will open the app.
What's next?
There was State of Decay 2, another expansion. It's just more zombies. I just needed to bring that up because that and Dying Light 2 were also in this. And it's just, can we stop with zombies? Please?
Yeah.
God.
I'm totally fine. Like, there are some games that look great, like your Last of Us's and stuff like that, where they actually tug at your heartstrings. Apparently Days Gone does that eventually, and apparently that turns into a really good game, but I'm not sure we've gotten there yet. But yeah, these sorts of things, I'm good.
So done. But a game that I think we're very much on board with is Borderlands 3. And we got a good old chunky... Actually, I'm going to read what I've written here. I wrote this as I was watching it, so I don't know what the words are that I'm about to say. But Here we go. The game always had us by the dick, but this character intro trailer has now grabbed every part of us and will be holding us down until we've finished the game at least 10 times.
That sounds pretty accurate. It's got me by that organ.
Yeah, it just looks very exciting.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun, and since, as we keep mentioning, PlayStation just released it as a... free PS Plus game for this month? Yeah. This month. We can now play through those if you haven't already, which I haven't, and apparently Will seems to have, as he was paying me out for earlier today.
How dare you.
For not having done. But yeah, I'm super keen to play through those and then jump straight into this. And it's pretty soon, isn't it?
Yeah, it's September 13th.
That's pretty good.
It's pretty wild. But crazily, there is DLC, and I'm not saying this incorrectly, DLC for Borderlands 2, which is Commander Lilith and the Fighty for Sanctuary is what I've written. I believe it's just Fight. But it's basically a prequel for the new game that you play inside Borderlands 2, assumedly as a part of the Handsome collection, because I don't think they would release it for like PS3. That'd be insane.
Yeah, probably not. But what a great idea.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's just like a prequel leading into Borderlands 3, which sick.
Yeah, and one thing before the kind of interesting stuff that this panel had to offer, The Elden Ring is a new game / world created by some guy as well as George R.R. Martin, and it's just like, if there needed to be a further reason for Game of Thrones fans to be angry, like, this is where he's been, this is what he's been doing with his time, like, geez, totally. Dude, just focus.
Yeah, so this is Bandai Namco and From Software as well. We're developing this. This looks pretty hectic.
Yeah.
It was only like a bit of a sort of cinematic teaser trailer, but
it's a thing.
This looked very cool.
Yeah.
Very super weird.
Magic and knights and fever dreams. Yeah. I'm intrigued.
And just one step back in this, another Bandai Namco JRPG that got announced has one of the worst names I've heard for a game, I feel. Tales of Arise.
Yeah.
How difficult to say. I just wanted to get that out there. Maybe Arise is going to be a location or
I guess so.
something, but Tales of Arise is just a terrible name, and I just wanted to throw that in there because who is naming this? Come on. But the end of this whole thing.
Yes.
Leading us directly into many, many more little tidbits of information about Project Scarlet.
Yes,
which is
the new Xbox.
The next Xbox.
Like Christmas next year, I guess, is what they're pining for.
Yeah, cool. So it feels like it's the same sort of stuff that PlayStation have already announced about theirs. It's just going to be super fast, and they've developed a whole bunch of new technology to make it super fast.
Yeah.
And just a lot of processing power and stuff like that, so that developers have less to worry about in terms of like processing and space and all that sort of stuff. So great.
Many buzzwords. So many buzzwords.
Oh man.
Immersion. Load screens. FPS. 8K. I'm like, shut the up.
Yeah. 120 FPS as standard.
Variable refresh rate. Who cares?
Yeah, just give me games. I don't care. Or give me a good console. But yeah, look, the next generation going to be super, super powerful. Yeah. But I don't know how the games are going to differ much from what we have at the moment.
We might get there. We might get there like the end of the PS3 era where games started to look like PS4 games.
Yes. Yeah.
Maybe we'll get there. But something that I'm sure you'll be excited about, it's launching with the Scarlet when it launches. It's Halo Infinite. And we know like maybe 5% more about the game? Like a fraction of a toenail?
Yeah, I did like this little trailer.
Yeah.
It's pretty cool, pretty cute. And, like, everyone in the entire universe apparently knows who Chief is, because this random guy just happens to find him like the Guardians finding Thor.
I was going to say, it was weird, because I was like, oh yeah, it's the Chief. And then he's like, oh my god, it's the Chief. And I'm like, oh, does everyone do that?
Yeah, apparently so. Why not?
Yeah, there'll be a little bit more on Infinite next week. On Monday, there'll be an Inside Xbox article all about it. So if you want to know more, just wait till then.
Speaking of waiting till then, our next video is going to be on Bethesda.
The Betheds.
So check out that. That's going to be up very, very soon, straight after this.
Yep.
And yeah, we're going to be covering the entirety of the E3 conferences, video by video.
Hashtag spoilers, Todd Howard doesn't have the correct jacket in the next one.
I know, right?
It's
what
really
the hell,
weird.
man?
It's very uncomfortable. We'll talk about that soon.